Right now, I'm driving to Clearwater Beach. Up here on the right, you see this really tall building, and you might recognize it from my last video from downtown Clearwater. It is a pretty notable building. It's memorable, and at least it is for me. You can see it from quite a ways away. So anyways, in my last video, I had mentioned that I was going to split my day into two separate videos. My last video was downtown Clearwater, and now I'm taking you to Clearwater Beach. They are very close, but technically pretty different and two different places. And I have so much to show you today that I just felt like this needed to be its own video. I'm at Clearwater Beach now, and before I take you with me, I'm trying to think about kind of what I can give you as an overview of Clearwater Beach. So Clearwater Beach is a busier beach, unlike some of the quiet small town beaches like Indian Rocks, Redington, places like that. Clearwater Beach is going to be, their skyline is just kind of covered in more like high rises. That's a mixture of condos and hotels. And because of that, there's a ton of restaurants, there's a ton of bars. So in every beach town, you're gonna find a restaurant, you're gonna find a bar. But in Clearwater, I would say that there are more. So there's a little bit more of a nightlife, a little bit more to do. There's tons of boat tours, things like dolphin cruises. There's a pirate boat. There are, I can't remember what I just said actually already, but there's tons of boat cruises here, dinner cruises, things like that. What else? It's known for Frenchies. There are 4 different Frenchies, and I think that Frenchies is like world famous, so a lot of people come here to eat that. There's both high-end dining and like laid-back, low-key dining. There is Pier 60. Everyone who has heard of Clearwater has probably heard of Pier 60. It's a pier, and it's beautiful, and I think they just redid it. And then every night there's also the sunset celebration, so there are things like performers here doing tricks and things like that. So there's just a lot to do. My husband and I kind of like a mix of both, so sometimes we feel like being in more of like a city beach, and then sometimes we like the more quiet beaches. There is also a swimming group that comes here on Monday and Thursday mornings, or maybe it's Tuesday and Thursday mornings. They meet in the morning and they swim, and that's something that I've been meaning to join for quite a while now. I'm just nervous to show up for the first time, and I might not be a strong swimmer anymore, so it makes me nervous that I wouldn't be able to keep up. So hold me accountable and tell me that I need to join the swimming club here. Yeah, that's Clearwater in a nutshell. I'm going to do, like I said earlier, an overview of every beach town where I go into more detail about where to stay, where to eat, what it's known for, and I will give you a little bit more information there. It'll be a little bit just more formal and organized in that video. I'm just kind of giving you the lowdown today. So that's the quick and dirty of it. So come with me. I'm gonna go finish my coffee on the beach and then head more down to where it's busier. I parked as far down as I could, or almost as far down as I could, so it's going to be a little bit quieter. Plus the tropical storm is here. Well, it's not here, but the weather is crappy because of it. We're getting some of that weather. So it's cloudy and it's raining on and off, so it's just not going to be a normally crowded as it typically is. One last thing about Clearwater is that because it's busier, because of all the hotels, because of all the condos, you're not going to get the beach to yourself here. It's going to be busy. So what you might see today, I anticipate it not being busy, and that is not an accurate representation of what it typically looks like. So here we go. I got a short time just because I think it's gonna rain again, and I also want to go to the more busy area to show you all there is there. I'm just gonna stay here to drink my coffee, that's it. Whoops, so there we go.
When I'm up through the night, I can't turn down the noise.
All right, you see the lifeguard station right there on the left, and then the skyline that I was talking about. I'm kind of far away from the skyline, so it's kind of hard to tell that it is big, but if you look like down here, that skyline just kind of goes on and on. So as you back out, and down here you can kind of see the pier, so I'll zoom in again for that. There's the pier, and that's really where Clearwater is the busiest. That's where the sunset celebration is. That's where you're gonna see most people. So where I'm at is always a little bit quieter, although that's a pretty it's a pretty relative term. Like I said, it's just gonna be quieter today because of the weather, and I mean, it's a Monday, so, and it's not really season. But anyway, that's down there where it is busier, and man, it's cloudy, but you guys, it's so pretty out today. I have towels in the car, but I didn't bring them. I'm just literally sitting on the sand, and I don't even care. I knew I was going to do this. I also did not wear my swimsuit here because I know that the water is cold and it's cloudy, so I'm not going to get too hot like sitting out if that is what I do. When I started today, I didn't know where I was going to end up. I had no idea that I needed Clearwater. So now that I'm here, I will probably go down to where it's busier and walk around. So I'll probably actually put my tennis shoes on, but we'll see. I have about half of my coffee left, and I'm someone who loves a ton of ice in my coffee. So I wish that I had brought like a cup of ice or something, but it's just so good. It's one of the best pumpkin spice lattes ever. And what's better than drinking your coffee with this view, honestly?
About who I'm supposed to be, I start to believe I can't get it right. Remember the days I let slip away, they were simpler times.
The sun is out behind me now. It wasn't earlier, and so I'm not sure if you can tell. I don't think you really can, but the colors of the water are just so pretty. You can see the different shades of blue and green now. You couldn't really tell. You couldn't see them before. I don't even think my video is picking up on that well for you, so you'll have to trust me, I suppose. But in my opinion, Clearwater Beach you don't see the contrast in water quite as much here as maybe some of the other beaches. Again, that's just my opinion. And so when you do get to see it, I feel like it's just super special, and you can see it right now. Or I can, maybe you can't. I'm not sure what my video is picking up on, but my coffee is almost gone. I've been sitting here staring at the water instead of drinking it, so it's going pretty slow. But my coffee is almost gone, so I'm gonna pack up here and head back to my car soon. The sun is out, it's hot and beautiful and perfect, but every time I think I know what the weather's gonna do today, it changes its mind on me. So as I was saying, when I first got here, I thought I would sit here for a couple of minutes and then kind of go for a walk because the sun wasn't out, and it was just not a good day for laying out at the beach or anything like that. But now the sun is out, which has changed my mind again, maybe. So I still don't know if I'm gonna go down and walk around towards like the more busy area, or if I'm gonna go for a walk, or if I'm gonna maybe just like have a beach day and lay out. I have no idea. The weather can't make up its mind, and neither can I. So that's where we're at today. I left shortly after that, and I just wanted to show you this building here. It's actually not a building, it is a restaurant. Right there on the left is Palm Pavilion, and it's one of our favorite places to eat. As you can see, it has amazing views of the water, and oftentimes they have live music playing as well. I just finished drinking my coffee at the beach, parked kind of like halfway in between where I was and the pier. So I'm gonna put my walking shoes on, my tennis shoes, and walk down closer to like the pier area, show you a few fun things along the way, and that's what we're gonna do. The sun is out. I know I've mentioned that a few times now. I'm sorry, it's probably annoying, but it's a nice day, and so watch, like, I'm gonna get all confident that it's gonna be a nice day, and then I'm gonna get absolutely poured on, and I'm gonna leave my umbrella in the car. So we're playing risky today, but I don't want to carry it around. It's kind of annoying to carry around. So yeah, I think that's it. Let's see. yeah, I think that's it. All right. I don't have kids, and so sometimes I forget to report on all the fun things there are for kids and families to do. But this is at the pier, and this is 2 different colored or covered playgrounds that they have here, which are really, I assume, convenient for parents. And usually when we're here, it's packed and crowded. And again, I know I keep saying this, it's just not as busy today as normal. But right, this is right by the pier. The pier is right behind me. Okay guys, theme of the day here is that it's just not busy today. I know I keep saying it, but for real, this is the parking lot at Pier 60. So I changed my mind and I didn't stay in that last parking lot I was at. I decided to be a little bit closer to the action. I wanted to be closer down here. But anyway, whenever we come here, there's no parking in this parking lot, like literally no parking. And people are like they close it down because there's just no freaking parking. And there are so many spots today. So just goes to show, I'm not lying. It's just not busy today.
Mama told me before you leave, if there's only one thing you remember from me, child, when you're out on your own, a million miles from home, feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders, child, don't forget who you are, don't lose your head or your heart. I'll bet my life on your stars, you'll be dancing, dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life you'll be dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life you'll be dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life you'll be dancing.
Originally, I was talking live in this video, but again, the wind was too bad, so you're getting a voiceover. I wanted to show you this floaty that's out in the water. I'm really zoomed in, which is why the quality isn't great. So I just wanted to show how far out there it is. And I just really wanted to encourage you that if you do bring a floaty to the beach, to be extremely careful that it doesn't blow away. I don't think that anyone means for this to happen, but when it does, it is absolutely deadly to marine life. If you saw my sea turtle video, my sea turtle hospital video from a couple of weeks ago, then you know that it's very common for dolphins, sea turtles, and other marine life to eat these objects, and because they can't process them, it can kill them. They're not meant to have that material inside their body. And I'm going to continue with my voiceover instead of giving you my live footage because the wind is just obnoxious to listen to, honestly. What I'm doing here is I'm walking to the pier. It's free to walk up to this building that you see there. As you can see, you get a great view from here. And if you want to keep going, you do have to pay to cross that little building area. On the other side of this building store kind of thing, you are able to fish, and you do have to pay if you want to fish on the other side.
Dancing on the moon. Dancing on the moon.
I'm leaving the pier now, and I'm taking you with me to walk around all the things there are to do close to the pier. There is seriously so much to do in Clearwater, and I'm going to show you a lot of that now. Whenever my mom and sister come to visit, we stay in a hotel or an Airbnb, like on the beach or just somewhere so that we can all be on vacation together. We stayed at this Wyndham Grand one of the times they came to visit, and it was a really good experience. Our first stop is to go just across the street from the pier, so this is literally just steps away from where we just were. All right, I believe that earlier I mentioned that there's tons of boat tours here. This is just along the main stretch here, and I'm taking you with me, just showing you some of the tours. Hopefully you can see them. I'm kind of close, kind of hard to film. Here's the shark tour. It's pretty famous. Lots of tourists love to take pictures of that shark. And then here's the famous pirate cruise. Look at that. And then the marina, I'm not sure if you can tell here, I'll turn around so you can see where I've been walking. So this is kind of the main, we're on the main stretch. So there's all the hotels, the beach is right there. So down this street is where a lot of these tours are. But if you walk down here and take a right, there's a ton more tours. Actually, I'll just head that way now. I'll show you. There's a lot more. The tours over there are going to be more like deep sea fishing. What else? I think more dinner cruises over there. They have some upscale options too, like more upscale. Anyways, what I consider upscale, you might not, and vice versa. But yeah, we'll walk down that way right now. Here's another view. These are just the boats I was just walking by. Just another view. We are gonna go into the marina now. Here is the long stretch. This is just around the corner from where we just were. Like I showed you, I just took a right, and there's just tons more options down here. So this is what I mean when I say Clearwater has tons of options for boats, tours, things like that. I'm not joking. They have tons. And here's crabbies. Here, we haven't eaten there. We've never. Some jet skis. Here's a dolphin encounter. Boat on the left. Encounters with the dolphins. Here is showing you all these fishing boats. You guys, you have tons of options if you come here. I have not done a deep sea fishing excursion or a fishing excursion actually ever. My husband and his dad went on one, not out of here though, and they had the best experience, and that was I think 3 years ago. And we've all been talking about how we need to do that again. I mean, not again, but like we all need to go. We just haven't. My friend and I ate here. I can't remember what it's called. But we ate here once, had an appetizer and a drink. Good experience. So this goes all the way down with boats. And then there's like little docks that lead out. So like right there, there's more. There's just tons and tons of options. You can see the buildings from where we were. And it's just like, it goes all the way down. There's a little tiki cruise there for you. They have everything, you guys. I think that's the tour I'd want to go on. We'll let Mitchell do the fishing, and I'll be on the tiki boat tour, drinking. What do you guys think? This is the bait house, and then behind it is the Starlight dining, like dinner cruises. We ate at the bait house right before everything happened in March, actually. It's cool because you can sit on the water, but it was pretty pricey, which I don't know. I feel like that's to be expected when you're like sitting on the water. So that didn't really bother us, but the service was just kind of so-so. I don't know. Service wasn't great. We would definitely give it another try. But there are so many places to eat in Clearwater that I don't know if we'll give it a try anytime soon. It's really cute though. I'll insert some pictures from our experience when we were there, because it's cute. So here's a walking path. You probably saw me show this. You can walk over the water here. How cool. We actually did this once during quarantine to just get close to the water when the beaches were closed. And it's starting to rain. It's starting to rain now. And I'll show you, I don't know if you can tell, but it is raining really, really hard over there. So I think it's coming. I'll probably turn around. I don't know. With the way it's going today, it's kind of like, maybe it'll rain and maybe it won't, even though it's kind of raining now. Like, who knows? There have been so many times where even though it looked like there was a 100% chance of rain, it didn't. But it's raining pretty relatively hard now. And anyways, we'll see if I can show you anything else today or not. Here is the other side of that restaurant that my friend and I had some appetizers and some drinks at. So you can park over here and enter. On the end there, it's Salt Cracker Fish Camp, and then it's attached to all this other stuff. But I wanted to follow up with the name for you. And of course, the Welcome to Clearwater sign. You know, everyone has to take a picture of that. There was a local who I'm pretty sure was making fun of me taking a video of that sign when I was there. This is the front of the hotel that we stayed at with my family. There's 2 towers that you see, and then in the middle is their pool area. Kind of hard to see here, but just trust me, it was absolutely amazing. And of course, it's right on the beach. I'm filming this way because the sun was glaring on the other way, but I'll show you it that way too. But this is something that I love about Clearwater Beach, is this walking path, because it's right on the beach. Other beaches do have walking paths and they're all really nice, but even though they're nice and beautiful and well maintained and right on the beach, you can't usually actually see the beach from them. And so this is something that I love about Clearwater, and this is what I'm doing now, is just going for a walk. It's nice to go for a beach walk without getting sandy once in a while, or like being right on the beach or the sand. Sometimes I just want to walk on concrete. And I love that I can do that here without sacrificing views of the beach. And this is the Jolly Trolley. How cute is the Jolly Trolley? It's really inexpensive and it's a great way to get around town. It's $5 for an unlimited daily pass, and they have a bunch of different routes that they take. Also, if you are a big sports fan or a volleyball player, there are tons of nets here. I'm not sure if you can see behind this one. I'll try to zoom in here. There's like a whole line of them, and a lot of the times they are full of people playing volleyball, so this is a great place to come if you like to do that as well. This is right in front of Gulf View Boulevard, appropriately named because the beach is right behind me. And look at all these little shops. There's restaurants, there are ice cream places, which I know are still restaurants, but they deserve their own recognition, right? And also just some tourist shops, like right there you can buy t-shirts and things like that. Shops, restaurants, what more could you ever want? And as I mentioned, here's the water. Also, I am someone who constantly drags sand inside. Like, it doesn't matter what I'm doing, I'm always covered in sand. Actually, that's from earlier. I'm covered in sand all the time. So we always appreciate these sand, like, shower, like you can wipe off the sand in these showers is what I'm trying to say. And look how cute they are. Even when I wash my feet off with those though, honestly you guys, I'm always still covered in sand. Like, it doesn't help me a ton. I'm a mess. I don't know what to say. This is just kind of a nice map that shows you around Clearwater Beach and helps you find where you're at as well. I'm still on Gulf View, and I wanted to show you some of these restaurants. You have CK's there, there's Krabby's right there, and then on the corner is one of the Frenchies locations. Good options. And all these lifeguard stations are decorated differently. And here's another view of the pier. This shows you a little bit how far I've walked and how far down that beach walk goes for you. And we're really at the end of Clearwater Beach, and here are the rocks. I'll walk over there and show you. You can kind of see, I think you can see Sand Key from here. I've actually never been this far down at Clearwater Beach. I'm just so enjoying my walk, and honestly I really need to turn back around, especially because it might rain soon. I didn't really want to get too far away from my car in case it did rain, like heavy rain, but here I am, and I'm having such a good day I don't want to turn around. Okay, another thing, Clearwater, thank you for all of these public restrooms. So nice. This is the Opal Sands Resort. Beautiful. Would love to stay here for a staycation one day. And here is the sandbar. Waterfront options there. And then right there you can see their pool. I bet they have the most beautiful view ever. Again, the wind was bad, so I'm doing another voiceover, but this is Sand Key over here that you see. I took you with me to Sand Key a couple of videos ago. So if you didn't watch that video, make sure to check it out, and I'll link it in my description. Here I'm trying to zoom in to show you the lifeguard stand that you saw in my Sand Key video, but I was zooming in on the wrong thing. So there it is. That's the red lifeguard stand that you saw in my Sand Key video a couple of videos ago. Clearwater and Sand Key are separated. I'll show you a map. I'll enter that in here to show you where I am and like where Sand Key is. So you're not allowed to get on these rocks. They're dangerous, but they sure are pretty. So I'm at the end of Clearwater, so I'm going to turn around. They said our meteorologist, who I trust very much, his name is Dennis, he's no hype, he's the best. I feel so lucky that we have him during hurricane season. Anyways, he said that the wind should be dying down by noon, but it's like just now starting. It was supposed to be really windy today. My hat literally just flew off of my head. So it's windy. It's nice out and I'm not ready to be done walking. So I'm walking now past Opal Sands Resort because there are tons of good dining options here. I have never used the walking trail this far down, like I mentioned, but when my family was here, we did eat down here. So we just like took the back roads. I am back at that first location I was when I checked in with you, where I sat on the beach, and it's significantly busier now. I got one of the last parking spots. Very luckily, I ordered Frenchies to go. I got a grouper sandwich. If you didn't know, this area is really known for grouper. So I got a Cajun grouper sandwich, and I think I'm gonna try to eat it on the beach. That's really brave because of the birds. They will always try to steal it. So I'm a little bit nervous about doing that, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try it. I have, like I said, I have my beach bag in my car always. I'm not gonna put my swimsuit on. I'm just gonna read for maybe half hour, an hour or so on the beach, and then get ready to go back home. And it's been a full day. It's 1 o'clock now. I think I got to the coffee shop around 9, and I've been walking around and pretty much on the go since. And of course I have to do boring stuff like clean my house and things like that. Unfortunately, just because I live in Florida doesn't mean I'm on vacation 24/7. My house still needs cleaned. So all right, I'm gonna go pick up my Frenchies, sit on the beach, and I'll take you with me, of course. Frenchies has 5 locations, and 4 of those locations are on Clearwater Beach. This is Frenchies Rockaway Grill. Everyone loves it because it's right on the beach. I'm not gonna lie, I ordered my food for to-go when I was on my walk, and then I got in my car and I'm like, ugh, I kind of just wanted to go home. I'm getting tired. But I picked up my food and I'm heading to go find my spot on the beach. And I'm so glad I did this already. So that's good because I was really like, I wish I wouldn't have done that. I had to like turn around and go back to the way I came to pick it up. It's not like that's far. It's totally not a big deal. But I am still nervous to eat this here on this beach with all the birds. But I am so glad I did this. One last thing, Clearwater is kind of a long walk from your car to the beach. It's hard to walk in the sand. I'm not good at it, and it's like looser sand than some of the other areas. So it's a workout to get out here, kind of. Here, I'll show you how far away it is from where that's the walk. I'm still not quite all the way to the beach. It's just kind of a longer walk from your car to the beach. Sand is pretty loose, so it's a little bit of a workout, or maybe I'm just not good at it. I did bring a towel to sit on. Oops, sorry. I did bring a towel to sit on this time. Like when I came this morning, I literally just sat on the sand. But even so, I can't remember the last time I came to the beach and didn't bring a beach chair. I think it's probably been like 3 years. I mean, okay, I guess Sand Key literally a week ago, I just sat on the ground also on that spontaneous trip. But it's been such a long time. And when we lived in North Carolina, so we lived in North Carolina for a year and a half, almost 2 years, and we didn't invest in beach chairs in North Carolina until I think like our last 3 months there. I only brought towels to the beach when we lived there, and I had no idea what I was missing. And then I don't know, so I just never just bring a towel, and it's gonna be I don't know, this is probably gonna sound so silly, but I'm actually kind of excited to just bring a towel. I feel like I'm roughing it or getting back to my roots or something like that. These two are on to me already and I haven't even opened it. I'm so nervous. I think I probably should have eaten this in my car. I knew this was gonna happen and I don't wanna be that person who's feeding the birds. If you ever visit Florida, don't feed the birds. In full disclosure, I want to tell you that this sandwich and french fries were $20. And I think that that's a little high. And I don't say that to complain, I just say that so that you can have realistic expectations. I do think that that's a normal price for, you know, like a tourist town. You're paying for the scenery, you know, you saw how Frenchie's is like right on the water. That's like part of what you're paying for. You're also paying for the name. Frenchie's is famous. It's very well known. So I just want you to be aware, not complaining. I expected this, but it is definitely on the high side in my opinion. That was not a relaxing lunch. I knew better. Like, I don't know what I was thinking would happen. This is not my first rodeo. I know that the birds are bad at the beach. They always want to steal your food, but it was a delicious lunch. So it was still a win and none of the birds got any of my food. So we're all good. This was the perfect ending to my day in Clearwater Beach. This guy was playing the guitar and they were singing along with him. They were singing Wagon Wheel, and I would leave the sound on, but I'm pretty sure YouTube would come after me for some copyright stuff. So unfortunately, I can't let you listen to it, but they were having the best time and it put me in a good mood, and it was the best note to end on after such a good day at the beach. I hope that this was helpful for your next trip to Clearwater Beach. I had a lot of fun making this video for you. I also have a lot of really fun content coming up, so make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss it. Lastly, I'm going to leave you with this video of me driving into Clearwater. Obviously, it's sped up a little bit. I was not driving quite this fast, but I found this video to be really satisfying for some reason, but it was kind of too long to make you watch if that's not something that you're interested in. So if you want a little drive fix or a little beach fix, if you love Clearwater Beach but you can't get here right now, here is the drive into Clearwater and down the main stretch in Clearwater for you to enjoy.
I'm losing my faith, I'm walking away from what you knew all along. Mama told me before you leave, if there's only one thing you remember from me, child, when you're out on your own.